Hello students, in this video lecture we will do a numerical based on case 3. So here is your problem. We have to design a suitable base and anchor bolts for a column section ISHB 450 and with a load of 500 kN and a wind moment of 175 kN/meter. Now remember that this is a wind moment. The safe bearing pressure of concrete may be assumed as 4000 kN/meter square. So here's the solution. We have value of P, that is load is 500 kN, wind moment 175 kN/meter. So the eccentricity comes by this equation. M by P is value of M, that is moment, we change it to Newton. So and the value of P 500 kN, we get 350 mm. The value of E is 350 mm. Now we have to assume projection. So we assume a 160 mm projection on either sides. So the length will become 450 plus 160 plus 160. That is 450 is the flange length as the column is ISHB 450. 160 plus 160 as these are the projection on both sides. It becomes 770 mm. So our minimum length is 770 mm. Now we will calculate the E by L ratio. So E value is 350 and the length is 770. We get 1 by 2.2, which is obviously greater than 1 by 3. So it becomes your case 3. Now as per the column beam theory, depth of neutral axis will be D upon 1 plus sigma TF M into sigma C. Sigma TF is 120 into 1.25. Here I multiplied it by 1.25 because the moment is of wind and the stress increases by 25%. So I multiplied the stress 120 sigma TF value to 1.25. Similarly, sigma C compressive stress in the concrete increased by 33%. So I multiplied by 1.3. So what we get 5.3 Newton per mm square and sigma TF value is 150 Newton per mm square for accounting the wind. And the model ratio is 18. Now let's assume edge distance for the bolts. Let it be 75 mm. So the D value becomes 770 minus 75 equal to 695 mm. So we can find the depth of neutral axis by putting the values here and we get 270.80 mm as the depth of neutral axis. Now we have to find the lever arm and its formula is D minus N by 3. Now D value is 695, N value is 270.80 upon 3, we get 604.73 mm. Now we have to take a moment about the line of action of tensile force. As I earlier told you, the line of action of tensile zone will be at this point. So the equation from the design steps is this. Putting the values, we get C D minus P, that is the lever arm 604.73, moment, that is the wind moment, P, that is the load, L by 2, the minimum length, that is 770 mm, by 2 we get 385, and R is the edge distance, that is 75. So the compressive force becomes 545.69 kN. Now width can be calculated by this formula, 2C upon N sigma C. And here is your C. We're putting the value of C in this equation. N is 270.80 and sigma C value is 5.32. We get 757.5 mm, or we can take as 760 mm. Now the next step is to calculate the maximum compressive stress. For this we can use this equation and rearranging it, sigma C max become 2C upon B into N, and putting all the values here we get 5.302 Newton per mm square. This is a rough diagram for showing the calculation here. Now the value of maximum stress is 5.302 Newton per mm square. Okay, that we derived here. Now we have to calculate this distance, and this distance can be calculated if we know that ordinate. Now this ordinate can be known as with the help of depth of neutral axis. Now 5.302 is the stress maximum value. We assume that this distance is 270.80, so that is 270.80 minus 160 upon 270.80, that is interpolation. I'm actually doing a interpolation, and I'm getting the ordinate value 2.17 Newton per mm square. That means I'm getting at this point 2.17 Newton per mm square. If you are facing any problem in the interpolation, you can check the earlier videos. Now the bending moment at the critical section. This is your column, this is your base plate, and the critical section is this. So we have stress ordinate value, that is 2.17 here, and the overall value is 5.302. So we can find out this value. And now we have to calculate the bending moment at critical section axis. So this portion is rectangular, so the value is WL square by 2, where the value of W is 3.13 and 160 is the projection here. The length is, this length is 160 mm, and the remaining triangle can be found out by multiplying it by its area and the CG distance. So area of this triangle will be half into base into altitude, that is 5.302 minus 3.13, that is our base, into 160, that is our altitude, upon 2, and it acting at the CG distance of 2 by 3. So what we get 58,598.4 Newton mm. Now the moment of resistance is 1 by 6 into 1 into t square into 185. Similarly, I multiplied it by 1.33 because of wind moment. Now equating both, we get the value of t as 37.80 mm, or you can take as 40 mm. So our overall base plate dimensions are 770 into 760 into 40 mm. Now we have to design the anchor bolts. For the anchor bolts, we will follow the design steps. Now the tension, the windward, can be calculated by this equation: C minus P, that is the compressive force, and P is the load. So putting these values, 545.69 minus 500, we get 45.69 kilonewton, that is the tension in the windward bolts. Now with the help of tension, we can calculate the net area of bolts, and its equation is T upon sigma TF. Now value of T is 45.69 kilonewton, so we change it to Newton, upon 120. Sigma T value is 120 but increased by 25% due to wind moment. So what we get 304.60 mm square. This is the area required for the bolts. Now we provide 2 bolts in the tension side. The net area of each bolt will be 304.60 upon 2, and we get 152.3 mm square. So we can provide 20 mm die rivets in the tension side, that is first side, and 2 bolts on the other side of same dia. Now you have to remember that the size of the bolt should be between 20 to 36 mm. So I am choosing 20 mm as dia bolts. and the length of the bolt should not be less than the 24 times the diameter of the bolt. So this is our check mark. Now we calculate the length of bolt by using this equation, T upon 2 upon pi by d into bond stress, and the bond stress value is 0.7. Now putting the value T, this, and D value is diameter of the bolt is 20 and bond stress is 0.7, we get 519.4 mm, that is 520 mm approximately. So I assume 20 mm diameter, and if I multiplied it by 24, what I get? We get 480 mm, and our value comes 520 mm. So the length of the bolt is okay for the connections. So we can provide 4 20 mm dia and 520 mm long bolts. So let's revise it. What we have done here, in first step we find out the problem is in which case by equating the E by L ratio. Then as per the CBT, that is column beam theory, we calculate the depth of lateral axis, and we have to check whether the stresses should be multiplied or not. In the case of wind movement, we increase the sigma TF value to 25% and sigma C value to 33%, and the model ratio is 18, and we will calculate the value of D. With the help of this, we calculate the value of N, that is the depth of lateral axis. In the next step, we'll calculate the compressive stress, the compressive force, and with the help of this compressive force, we can calculate the width. Then we find out the maximum value of compressive stress, and next we calculate the ordinate at the critical section, and with this ordinate we find the value of stress at critical section. By knowing the values of ordinate at the critical section, we calculate the bending moment at critical section, and we equate it with moment of resistance, and from this we can find the value of T, that is the thickness of the base plate. And after that, we have to design the anchor bolts based on the design steps and finding out the length of the bolt from this equation. So that's it, guys.